Welcome back to Just Scribble for an unboxing from Chic Sparrow. So if you didn't see, Chic Sparrow launched a spring special edition cover, and it came in two colorways: Moonlight, which is like a taupey beige, kind of yellow toned beige color, and Starlight, which is kind of a powder blue color. And it has metallic like splatters on it. And I couldn't resist. I had to buy one. So I did. And I bought one in the Starlight because the blue is really what I was most drawn to. I just thought it was so pretty and so perfect for spring. So the Moonlight, that is the taupey beige kind of neutral color, it has gold splatters on it. And the Starlight, which is what I got, has silver sparkles on it, which is part of the reason that I was drawn to it. I love silver. So this is my new Starlight cover, and I just think it is, oh, they're so pretty and so fun and so unique, and I just had to share them. Look, my nail polish even kind of coordinates. That was not planned, but oh, just awesome. So this is actually a suede leather, so it is super, super soft. Very, very like bendy and floppy. And then it has the metallic silver splatter all over it. It has a really soft nap on the inside on the interior flesh. And it did come in a few different style options. You could get it in a regular folio, like this one that just has the slip pockets on both sides. You could get it in the cascade folio, which is the same as this, except for that it has cascade pockets on this side. My sister actually got the Moonlight, the beige taupey one with the gold sparkle, in a cascade folio. So if I can snag it from her this week, I will take a picture and share it with you guys on Instagram and here on the community tab, just so you guys can check that out. And then it also came in the cascade traveler's notebook design, and that has the cascade pockets here, the secretarial pocket here with the pen loop. But I opted to get this in a folio because I just thought it would be really pretty in a folio. Look at all the sparkle. I just absolutely love it. Oh, it is so pretty. So I got it in the folio, and I decided not to get it with the cascade pockets because I just wanted just the simple basic folio. And I did decide to get it in A5, really just because a lot of what I've bought recently from Chic Sparrow are in B6 size, and so I decided that I would get an A5. I do use B6 and A5, both sizes, a lot for planners and for journals, and so they are really good sizes for me from Chic Sparrow because I do use them a lot, and I have a lot of notebooks that fit them, and so they definitely get used. So I wanted to share with you guys some notebook fits so we could check them out. So this is a Cosmo Airlight notebook that is spiral bound. It is from Drum Ghouls. It is in A5 size. And normally I don't put a spiral notebook in my folios, but I actually think that this one is going to fit in here. So I just thought I would share it with you guys because that's definitely an option that you could use. And it does fit perfectly. So you could definitely get an A5 size spiral notebook as long as it was a smaller spiral like this, and you could fit that in your folio. Now, I most often just put my planners, notebooks, journals on this side, and I don't put anything in this pocket, and I don't like double load them like this. It's just my personal preference. You can, and it does work. I just like to have my notebook there. That way I can decorate the cover or put a clear cover on it and put decoration or change it out seasonally. And so I like to have my notebook just on this one side. And then I use this side for different things. Either I leave it empty or I use it for ephemera, or in a floppier notebook like this. Sometimes I will take a pretty decorative paper that coordinates with the cover that I bought, and I will laminate it and curve the edges, and I will stick that into this slip pocket, and it adds a little bit of structure. And sometimes I'll do it on both sides, and so it adds a little bit of structure to a floppier cover. So even in a traveler's notebook, you can do that. You can stick it back behind, and then it puts a little bit of pretty sticking out of your pocket, and then it gives you structure for your cover. And so I may actually, if I have some really pretty fun paper, I may actually stick something back behind here and make a pretty little pop out here. And then I'll put my journal or planner, depending on what I'm using it for at the time, on this side. And then I personally am not a huge fan of white elastic. I actually don't mind it with this because the silver and the white kind of go together. But I have a ton of awesome elastic from Illustring, and so I almost always replace the elastic on my traveler's notebooks and folios with that. I do barb all of mine. I've been doing it for a long time. I have videos on how to barb. So if you want to know how to add a barb, like Chic Sparrow now has on theirs as well, I do have a video on that showing how I do that. And so I'll probably be changing this out. I have some elastic that I think will match really well to this actually. So I'm probably going to change out the white elastic at some point. But I wanted to share that little spiral notebook with you. And then I thought I would share this. So this is a Stalogy. This one is from Yoseka. So it is a Yoseka Stalogy collab. So it's in this pretty green, like hunter green cover. So I thought I would share how that fits, which of course is a perfect fit. So pretty. And then I do have, let me grab two other notebooks that I can share with you. Actually, we're gonna do three, not two. So the first one we're going to do is from Naname Paper. So this is a 7 Seas notebook. It has 480 pages of Tomoe River paper. So it's chunkier than a Stalogy. And so you can see that that fits perfectly in there. And then I've had people ask me whether an Archer and Olive will fit, so we're going to check that out. It's a little harder with this elastic band on there because it doesn't always want to slide in there just right with the pen loop and the elastic band. If I was going to put an Archer and Olive in here, I'd probably end up putting it in this side instead, personally, or cutting off the pen loop and the elastic closure. But you could definitely put an Archer and Olive in here, which means you should be able to put a Scribbles That Matter in here also, or something similar. Like Dingbats, I think, is the same size. I don't have either of those. I just have some Archer and Olives. But you can put an Archer and Olive in there. And that would be really pretty, especially if you had one that had silver foiling here. It'd be really pretty. Or if you had the other one, the Moonlight, this would be really pretty because then the metallic accents would match up. So that is definitely an option. And then this is my work planner. This is a Sterling ink full year, and I don't think it's gonna fit in here with this clear cover on it. I got this clear cover overseas and it's a little bit bigger, but we're gonna just test it out. It has like a little bit more of like an extra lip, but maybe it would fit. Let's see. It does, but it's not really ideal because this particular like jelly cover, it catches on the nap of the suede, but it does work. Ignore my husband. He's doing like taking the trash out and stuff, so he's making a little bit of noise. But with that clear cover, you're gonna have like a little bit of a funky edge there because that clear cover has so much edge and it's catching on the nap, so I can't get it all the way in. So what we're gonna do is take it back out. So I'm just gonna take my Sterling ink out of there and remove my pencil boards because I want to show you guys that the Sterling ink A5 planner fits in there perfectly. And if you have the A5 notebook, it's the same size as the A5 planner, the full year, so it's the same size as this. It's just all grid pages, so both of those would fit in your Chic Sparrow folio as well. And I do think with a little bit of love you could still use this cover in here. I do have a video on this cover, like unboxing this and some other covers from this shop. It's just that the edges are kind of catching on the nap, but it will fit with a clear cover on it in here. I just didn't want to deal with that particular cover. But if you had a clear cover from Sterling Ink or Cat Espresso Co. or Lauren Phelps Design or whoever on your cousin or your Sterling Ink, it will still fit into the folio. There's enough height that it fits. At least on all the ones that I have, it still fits. So you can see that the full year Sterling Ink fits in there perfectly. And like I said, if you had the clear cover, you could put that on there as well. You can put it in both sides. It's just not something that I prefer to do. But that is my unboxing of my new cover. This is the Starlight from Chic Sparrow. I'm having trouble keeping them straight personally because to me, the blue is Moonlight and the beige one is Starlight. Like in my head, that's what makes sense, but it's the opposite. So the blue with the silver is Starlight because the silver looks like twinkling stars, I guess. And then the beigey taupey one is Moonlight because it kind of looks like the moon with all the craters and all that kind of stuff. But that's my unboxing from Chic Sparrow of the Spring Limited Edition Special Leather. Like I said, it is suede. It is super soft. It does have a very unique smell. Sparrow says it smells like oats and flour. Some people think it smells like Play-Doh. I don't think it smells like any of those, but it is a very unique, distinct, different smell. It's not your traditional leather smell, but it's not so strong that you smell it. Like I can't smell it while it's sitting right here in front of me. I can only smell it if I put it right up to my nose. So I did want to mention that just because that is a point. Some people I know are very sensitive to smell, and I am, and this doesn't bother me. It's just a different smell that I haven't quite figured out what it smells like to me. But that is my unboxing from Chic Sparrow. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to comment below. I will definitely get back with you. Give me a thumbs up if you liked this unboxing. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss future videos. And don't forget to just scribble.